How to distress at work. 10 easy tips ## strategies to survive the stress of a 9-to-5 job. You can deny it countless times, but we know that a 9-to-5 job can sometimes be very stressful. Waking up early to go to work and dealing with a rude boss all day can be exhausting. As soon as you get home, all you want to do is grab that yogurt from the fridge and lay your body on the couch. Your body aches, and your mind is simply exhausted. Before you know it, you've fallen asleep only to wake up at 1 a.m. to finish that sleep in the comfort of your bed. Suddenly, without realizing it, this becomes your norm, and you find yourself losing weight and becoming lifeless. You don't eat, and you have almost nothing to look forward to. The hamster wheel of chasing success catches up with you without realizing that you're losing yourself in the process. Well, all of this ends today. It makes no sense to be present if you're not. No hard feelings, but you're a zombie. Today, we're here with some strategies that will help you survive the stress of a 9-to-5 job. Don't go anywhere. You'll thank us after this. ###1. Carve out time for yourself during the week. First of all, we don't know what you've been telling yourself lately, but you matter. You are the reason the company is doing great. You are the reason customers come in every day to get that coffee, and you are the reason your boss is getting richer day by day. You are awesome. And awesome people deserve the best. That's why you need your time. Your time requires being alone and processing what you're feeling. Whether it's a short weekend getaway, exercising, staying in bed, or simply meditating, you need time to figure things out on your own and take care of you. Evaluate how you feel and why you think that's the best way to handle self-confidence and the first step toward addressing the problems you have with or within your job. After evaluating yourself, it's time to appreciate yourself. Treat yourself to lunch or dinner. You've worked so hard, and now it's your time, your moment. Go to that place you've always wanted to go but never found the time. You deserve all of this. Take at least an hour a day or a day a week and a session just to bring life to yourself. You'll see the magic it does. Focusing on yourself reduces stress to the point where it prevents you from going back to isolating yourself on the couch. ###2. Stop internalizing. Now that you've found your time for yourself, the next step is to stop internalizing too much. When your boss yells at you, don't stress too much. You're not a bad person, nor are you incompetent at your job. We just told you that you're awesome. Who cares what your boss thinks? They might not even be mad at you, just stressed. That's why they yelled at you. Overthinking only generates stress, and that's exactly what we're trying to eliminate, right? And even if you made a mistake, you can't let one error ruin your entire day or week, because if you do, you'll sink deeper into lethargy and accomplish nothing. Be like a child. One thing about children is that they never take things to heart and never stay angry for very long. Always be positive, and you'll see how well things go. Your boss will even admire your thick skin and consider you a very mature person. If you find yourself internalizing, take a deep breath and remember how awesome you are. It won't hurt. ###3. Leave work at work. One thing that stresses people out once they've left work for the day is dealing with work stuff at home. Knowing how to manage your work and personal life is a great flexibility. This is something that not only relieves your stress but also allows you to love your job a little more and not consider it a burden on your soul. The moment you bring your work home, you won't stop. It's like an addiction that will make you love your job less and less every moment. It will interfere with your personal life, and we all know how not okay that is. The first thing you need to do to achieve this is to politely let your boss and colleagues know that from a certain time, say 8 p.m., you will no longer be accepting work-related calls or emails. This will help you relax your mind and sleep without stress. You'll notice that in the morning, you'll be in a good mood and productive throughout the day. Say you respond to that call or email, It will only keep you up all night, making sure things get done. They're called working hours for a reason. We're pretty sure you're enjoying this video so far, so take a minute to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. #4. Plan your meals for the week. Food never disappoints. It's such a good friend that always puts you in a good mood, no matter how stressed and bored you are. That's why you should turn to food to help you alleviate stress. We're not telling you to eat every time you're stressed. Too much of this without time for exercise is not good for your health. What we're saying is that looking forward to eating will help your mind take a little break from work. Make a plan of what you'll cook in the evening or where you'll go for lunch. Has a new restaurant just opened near your workplace? Go try their meal during your lunch break. In short, we're saying find something to look forward to that will distract you a bit from work. Anything that prevents a feeling of sluggishness is extremely helpful. #5. Ask for help when you need it. One thing you should know is that you don't always have to be strong on your own. It's okay to ask for help when you need it. No man is an island. There are days when you can do things on your own, and there are days when you just can't. It's life, and you should know that you're not alone. You don't have to be. Whether it's personal or work-related, you have your colleagues, your friends, and most importantly, your significant other. There's no point in taking on more than you can handle when you have people who can easily lend a hand, especially with work. They're your colleagues. It's their job to help you when you're stuck. That's what teams are for, right? You might think you can handle everything, but you can't. You're not a superhero. You're just a human being. So to make things easier for yourself, ask for help. It won't cost you anything. #6. Listen to podcasts or fantastic playlists while commuting. They say music washes away the dust of everyday life from the soul. To survive the stress of everyday life, create a solid playlist and listen to it whenever you feel down or stressed. A playlist can also come in handy while you're commuting to work in the morning or when you're returning from work. That long journey where you're alone can make a huge difference in your mood. Whether you're traveling by public transport or your personal car, take out your phone and put on the music. It's a consolation that when you start playing, all the pain and worry will go away. Singing your favorite music loudly in the morning before going to work can also boost your confidence in terms of work. Even when everyone seems lifeless, your lively mood will undoubtedly lighten up the room. Don't listen to sad music, though, it could make things worse. Motivational music like Hall of Fame by Will I Am and The Script can be a good song to wake up to every morning before going to work. It will always remind you of how good you are. Don't you think? #7. Find a way to keep your hobbies alive besides food. You need something to look forward to. Something you enjoy doing outside of work. Weekends are the only free time you have, so use the time wisely. Make your weekends exciting by planning them throughout the week. Even if sleeping and watching Netflix can be a thing, it becomes boring when you do it every weekend. Go to a concert, plan a date with your significant other, or even meet up with your friends. Just do something different every weekend. If you have hobbies, maximize their execution during the weekend. The goal is to survive the stress of your 9-to-5 job, so if your hobby can distract you, then do it. What are some of your favorite activities to pass the time? Share them with us in the comments section below. #8. Remember that you are human, and so is your boss. As we said before, you are human, and so is your boss. Never forget that. It doesn't matter if their title and income are both significantly higher than yours. You are still a person, and so are they. Your boss still gets sick and tired, just like you. You are all equal, and you should never feel less than a human being, and never lose sight of the fact that in reality, you are equals. #9. Know your limits. If you do all these things and find that you're not seeing any improvement, then it's time to let it all go and look for alternatives. Even if it's hard to let go, some things aren't worth forcing. For your own good, you need to know when enough is enough. The job is probably completely unmanageable, or the stress could be physically, spiritually, and emotionally affecting you. In any case, it's not the end of the world. You'll always find another job that is suitable and less stressful. Pack your bags and don't look back. #10. Remember the end goal before giving up and quitting. Try to remember the end goal. Why did you accept the job in the first place? What did you want to achieve at the end of the work period? All these questions and more will tell you whether you should continue or quit. As we said before, any decision you make should be worth it. So, if you feel that the answers don't justify the work you're doing, quit and don't look back. Make sure the next job is more of a stepping stone toward your dream job and not just any other job that pays the bills. As much as I'd like to say that the easiest way is to be your own boss, it's actually the opposite. Business owners tend to work 24/7, so it's wiser to stick to those 2 hours of your 9 to 5 work schedule unless you have the strength. We are interested in discovering your personal experience on the topic. Write it in the comments and feel free to ask any questions. We will be happy to interact. Feel free to leave a comment so that we can improve the content. Your like would be the cherry on top, and click subscribe to stay informed about upcoming publications.